If you want to be able to buy the most expensive players and open the best packs in FC25, go to u7buy.com to buy your EA FC 25 coins. It's cheaper than buying FC points and just as reliable. With their already amazing prices, you can get an extra 6% using promo code Inception at checkout. This next video that we're going to watch is from a guy that I used to talk to a little bit back in the day. I'll never forget when I used to complain about the game back in the day as well because of inconsistent gameplay, right? And I'll never forget when I used to be like super into watching like the GTA RP streams. I will always remember just chilling. I don't know if it was in Discord. I was just chilling in a Discord chat with him, just talking about like the direction of this game, where it's headed, and how it's okay for me now because I just do YouTube and I don't stream. Because back in the day, I used to be mainly a streamer. He used to be one of the main viewers of this stream. So imagine my shock when I seen that this guy made a video, right? Because I haven't seen this guy in years. This is Ty J Main, right? His name on YouTube is Ty360, but I'm shocked because I'm telling you guys, it has been such a long time since I have like even heard of this guy. I don't even know if he's still on Twitter, to be honest, because that was like the main interactions I used to have with him during that time period, right? But I'll never forget that one time when I was watching GTRP streams and just talking to him about the state of the game during that time period too. And again, remember, back in the day, it was mainly the inconsistent gameplay, but now it's inconsistent gameplay and the fact that it's complete trash, right? But yeah, I'm very curious to see what he says about this game.
In 2016.
Oh my god. Bro, he was, another thing I have to say, I think he was like super young when I talked to him during that time. I think he was like, he might have been 17. Franker Sauce, how old was Ty like back in the day? 2016, 2017. He's got to have been like 16, 17. Is this his voice?
In 2016,
oh my god,
EA Sports announced their new competitive system that would shape the future of the football gaming franchise.
Yo, he's a man now, bro. Let's go.
There's also a mode I'm particularly looking forward to called Fuck Champions, which is all about bringing competitive gaming and Ultimate Team together.
The ranked mode known as Foot Champions promised to allow FIFA players to show off their skills and compete with the best. And in return, they would win in-game
What are the odds I stopped streaming consistently at FIFA 17?
Awards based on their rankings. On top of that, the best players...
Remember, because for the skill issue kids, the same month I got top 100 in December. You can go back to the old leaderboards.
...could qualify for events where they could win real prize money and gain exposure like they'd never experienced before. Esports organizations and football clubs alike began signing highly skilled FIFA players to prepare for what EA had in store for the future. A prize pool of $1.3 million signaled a good first step for FIFA 17. The idea seemed to be exactly what the community needed.
We wanted the competitive scene to grow. A game mode like this was definitely needed, you know.
From the outside looking in, FIFA had finally become a fairly respectable esport.
Not in that direction.
It felt like EA
that was 40 games in 2-3 days.
Ready to push their game to the next level. At least, that's what they wanted.
Oh my god, Ty. What's up, bro? By the way, back in the day, when Foot Champs was still a thing, we still had a good gameplay game mode balance, because back in the day, we had division still. It was still regular divisions. Draft, I think, was still reasonably new. And during those years, we did get a World Cup mode as well. And there was that one year with that World Cup mode, I think it was 18, where it really like helped the game a lot, because it was like a very like different thing.
Wanted everyone to think.
Every game on FIFA.
That's why, guys, listen, man, in the rant videos, what I tell you guys all the time, it's okay for you to have a competitive mode like Division Rivals, right? Not champs, like Division Rivals, because hey, you lose a bad game, it is what it is. You'll collect your points afterwards. Okay, but then you need that right game mode afterwards.
FIFA 20 is a 50-50.
Dude, I'm so like, I'm cheesing at my boy Ty, man. I'm cheesing, bro. I swear to God, I'm cheesing.
Like, he'll win the next one, I'll win this one, because the game is so like unrewarding and no one enjoys playing it, but you know.
I'm out of words at this point, and I'm really convinced that FIFA 20 is just a social experiment at this point. I don't understand, but this is crazy, man.
Conceded 2 goals to make it 2-2, but luckily the kickoff glitch is still in the game, and But this game now makes me sad.
The doctor in terms of this matchup. As we see, looks like a rage quit there.
Oh
They're
my
trying
God, Dr. Arano, dude. Bro, what happened to this guy? Bro, I remember this dude. He used to like stream and stuff as well. Oh my, I remember. I think during this time period, I used to tell people all the time, like, yo, he's so right for
Make
leaving.
a fun and realistic football game, and they've succeeded in neither department. The gameplay simply isn't fun. The results are often unfair.
How are you supposed to know to abuse the mechanics if you're new to the community? And that's the problem with this game. I think to myself, of people that don't know about the broken mechanics, how do you pick this game up and go, oh wow, this is good?
This game's an embarrassment. What an absolute embarrassment. Oh my god. What an embarrassment of a video game.
Above all, widen the logo.
$27,000. This was roughly the average real-life currency value of a competitor's team at a tournament in January of 2019. Although these teams and cards don't have any real-world physical value, you can get a rough estimate based on the coin value of the player and how many FIFA points would need to be spent to get there. EA could have chosen any game mode to carry out competitive FIFA, but they chose Ultimate Team. Why? Most importantly, it's the only game mode that features microtransactions. But why do casual players and professionals alike feel the need to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars each and every year? Other competitive games—
How much, boys?
The need to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars.
The average pro probably spent around $4 to $5K to compete in rivals. The teams I'm seeing are absurd. I mean, yeah, that's definitely true.
Each and every year.
I think, dude, now that I'm like looking back on it, I don't even think I've had a single year as a content creator when I was doing transfer market reviews. They did that in the beginning of the year. I only surpassed that at the end of the year. Maybe like during specific years where and not buying points. It was like with coins during that time period, right? Because there was no way if I did points and I did transfer market reviews, I would have died, right? But oh my goodness, 4 to 5 in the beginning is crazy, bro. Crazy, man.
Other competitive game modes such as Rocket League, Fortnite, and League of Legends have all found ways to make money from in-game purchases that do not result in a competitive advantage for players. FIFA—
I mean, this was always said. I always said this, like competitive for FIFA, like because of the whole like needing a better team thing during that time period, it's just cringe, man.
Is one of the only esport titles where spending more money can provide a competitive in-game advantage.
Of course.
With a game like FIFA, repurchase it every year, annually at full price, $60 and now $70, and then you have your microtransactions reset, so you have to re-gamble for all of the items that you earned and pay for that stuff all over again.
FIFA is different from almost every other esport because it releases a brand new game every year. This means that each year the old FIFA becomes a thing of the past. It's been out for a year, the gameplay feels the same, and you already have all the best players. There's nothing to look forward to anymore, but a new one is just around the corner. All of the new players and coins on the previous year's FIFA are now irrelevant.
For those of you that didn't see, hold on. Yeah, boy was there. I need to put this over here. There you go. Yeah, boy. Do I still have the same overlay?
This means that each year you already have FIFA becomes a thing of the past. It's been out for a year, the gameplay feels the same, and you already have all the best players. There's nothing to look forward to anymore, but a new one is just...
I remember having this team. This is a team that you can build whatever you want with. Hey, you want to play 4-1-2-2? This is all you have to do to make your team. And you can play 4-1-2-2.
Around the corner.
It's so funny, man, because I remember them like specifically asking me during that time period, what do you think about the way that we do chemistry? And I literally told them, I remember telling one specific guy, right? I'm like, bro, first of all, I still have the same overlay. That's hilarious. But two, that's how this is like proof that I don't stream consistently because I still have the same stuff, bro. But because look, dude, I'm not even kidding. This is my overlay is on right now. Look at this. Hold on, you guys won't even be able to see it. Okay, it's the same one. Look. Oh man. But yeah, I remember like one of the gameplay devs asking me like, "What do you think about our chemistry system?" And I literally told them, "Don't change anything." It was this one. I was like, you don't need to, like, it's cool that we can use players wherever we want. You just build a team a specific way. The way that the team is built is irrelevant, right? The only thing that they had to fix from last year's game, honestly, was using a player like Joselu as a fucking right back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cringe to see. But at the end of the day, it's fucking Ultimate Team. Like, we were using a goalkeeper who was the best CDM in the game, you know?
New players and coins on the previous year's FIFA are now irrelevant. You build your club again from scratch. It's a new cycle. Each year is a reset, both in-game and mentally for the player. The old game got boring, and you're ready for a new challenge. So, what do you do at the start of one? Of course, you could just simply play games with your starter squad and struggle your way through division rivals, or even squad battles. Or you could trade on the live transfer market, hoping you learn how to make enough coins fast enough to justify spending time on the market instead of actually playing the game you just paid for. But why not just scroll over a couple tabs? The game is designed to push you in this direction.
You want me to put my camera in the corner again? Oh, okay. I literally moved it there just so that you guys could see. Hold on. Is it like a little bit off? Okay, yeah, it was.
It's the simplest way, and you get the addictingly satisfying enjoyment of opening packs. For pros especially, this cycle just hits harder. Every year feels like a new chance. A chance to join an established organization, or maybe even your favorite club team. It's a chance to start the year with a better in-game squad by spending more money, or hopefully just packing better players. A chance to qualify for events and get seen on the big stage. A chance to make a living as a professional gamer. It's not hard to fathom that people want to chase this vision, and EA knows exactly how to sell it to you.
With FIFA Ultimate Team, the negative motivation is if you don't pay, you fall behind. You competitively won't be able to keep up. Give us money now.
Let's talk pay to win in FIFA. This could be an entire video in itself, and it likely will be in the future. Although EA have come under heavy scrutiny for their use of loot boxes, especially in a competitive game mode, it continues to be the backbone of their sports games. I'll start with this. By no means am I saying that buying FIFA points is a guaranteed way to success in competitive FIFA. Player skill is still the most important aspect. You could even make the argument that pay to win has become less of a factor than it once was due to the release of more cards and an overall cheaper market. It is now possible to obtain great in-game players at cheaper prices than ever before, but certain top-tier cards will always hold advantages over those now cheaper meta cards, and their market prices still fully reflect this. EA have also implemented certain squad restrictions for some online qualifier events, but even still in FIFA 23, it would take nearly 20 million coins to achieve a maxed out meta team, and that's just the starting 11. For the many of those who do spend money at the start of FIFA and throughout the cycle, there is still an undeniable advantage. Let's create a visual. Let's say Timmy, Brad, and Chad all start here at the launch of FIFA 23. Timmy decides to not spend money at the start.
That's literally him years ago. That's so funny.
He'd rather grind objectives, SBCs, and get a little trading advice on the side. A noble choice. Brad decides to use some money from his summer job and puts in $200. This will give him a nice jumpstart. Meanwhile, Chad is a professional FIFA player. Thanks to his previous tournament winnings and help from his esports team, he's able to put in $3,000. If we tracked the value of their foot clubs over the span of a FIFA cycle, we'd likely see an exponential difference between the three of them. Timmy is at a disadvantage because at the start of the game when making coins is generally the easiest, he doesn't have any to really kickstart the process. His team will be worse, and likely his rewards will be too. Brad will be able to build a cheap meta team, or even do some high volume trading if he so wishes. He'll likely be able to compete against most players early on. But meanwhile, Chad raked in millions of coins before he's even played his first game. He's built a professional level squad in a matter of hours. This will only make it easier for Chad to rank higher in weekend league and division rivals, get better rewards faster, and have a better chance at qualifying for events. Timmy and Brad have always been interested in getting into competitive FIFA, but they're now discouraged. To really match Chad, it will either take a lot of money or a lot of time. It's just simply EA's business model equation. To reiterate, spending money does not equal competitive success, but it can provide you a
Yeah, I remember Danny tweeting this.
Significant advantage. And if you spend enough money, you will be able to buy the best players that Ultimate Team has to offer.
So yeah, I've spent a lot of money on FIFA points. In this video, we're gonna go through every pro team I've used from FIFA 18, where we spent $100, and FIFA 23, where we're gonna spend roughly $10,000.
Tex has skills though, because there was one competitive tourney that where he popped off, where he did not have a good team, and he still did really well. I think he won the whole thing actually.
Yes, guys. Thanks.
In a game where it's common for competitors to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars at the start of each game.
I'll never forget, it was the purple Mane that he used during that time period. Hero Mane? I think it was Hero. I think it was a hero card during that time.
You'd expect lucrative prize pools to match this. The reality is much different. In several major LAN tournaments from FIFA 17 onward, many competitors who may have traveled thousands of miles walked away with just $750. Accounting for organization fees, taxes, and the money they spent on their teams, this probably didn't feel too rewarding.
No, that's trash.
Players placed 9th through 64th in certain tournaments would receive only global series points without a cash prize whatsoever. As pointed out by me 4 years ago, they would have actually been
Mane and Euros? No, he had a purple card. I forget what the purple card was. It's not Euro, not Euros. Hero. Hero. He had a hero card. I think that's what it was during that time period. It was a hero card, I think.
better off playing at my local radio station. In
Yeah,
FIFA
not
19,
Euro.
the
It's a purple
E-Premier
card, though.
League had a competition where all 20 teams were represented by a competitive FIFA player, but there was no prize money to be won. In FIFA 22, online qualifier prize pools looked like
10,000 for first place?
like this, with
First
just
place? The first guy.
8 players getting payouts. As I mentioned earlier on, EA contributed $1.3 million when they launched FUT Champions in the FIFA 17 cycle. 5 full game cycles later, EA contributed $3.3 million for the full FIFA 22 competitive season. This just barely more than Bugha made for placing first in Fortnite's 2019 World Cup. And if we look across the 6 different game titles from FIFA 17 to FIFA 22, EA have contributed just over $12 million into the competitive FIFA prize pools. To show the scale once more, that's still less than the amount that Epic Games spent on the 2019 Fortnite Solo World Cup, just half the total prize money for one tournament. Despite EA growing massively over the recent years, especially during the peak of COVID, we haven't seen this reflected at all in the prize pools. Although champions and runner-ups do get a fairly respectable payout, the payouts for these spots haven't really grown over the recent years. EA CEO Andrew
That's more like it. It's for the best players in the world?
Although champions and runner-ups do get a fairly respectable payout, the payouts for these spots haven't really grown over the recent years. EA CEO Andrew Wilson has stated that once EA officially parts ways with FIFA, it should open the door for more interesting possibilities for the game as a whole,
BS.
Especially the esports scene.
BS.
EA is not partnered with FIFA.
Brad
that
saw
means
that
that they
from a
can
mile
take
away.
sponsorships and work with brands
I even made that video. I remember making that video and saying to people, your brain dead if you actually think that's the case.
that compete with FIFA partners.
I don't remember who it was. I don't want to like call out content creators, but I don't remember who it was. But there was one content creator specifically that said, oh, because they're not associated with FIFA anymore, we actually could potentially see a positive change. I remember, I don't remember which video I made specifically on that, but I'm like, this is a brain dead thing to say. If anything, it might actually get worse.
Partners. That means they can work with more brands that bring in more sponsorships for bigger prize pools and more content opportunities.
Many players obviously rely on salaries from their clubs or other revenue streams as a content creator, but wouldn't it be nice if they could occasionally look forward to big tournament payouts too? It's difficult to gain widespread awareness for an esport if the money you're playing for is almost negligible. Lucrative prize pools provide incentive for pro players, interest from casual players, and ultimately, a reason to truly care about the competitions. It should say a lot that we're this far into the video, and I haven't even talked about how bad the gameplay is and the bugs that come with it.
The goalkeeper's coming. Oh my god! What? Hold on. Has he saved that? How's that allowed? That's a red card, surely, ref.
I think I reviewed this game in particular. I think I reviewed this game.
Each iteration of FIFA
Nicholas vs. Mo? I think so,
comes with its own
maybe.
problems, and we've seen many over the years. Where do we begin?
Courtois doesn't get down! Oh, it's a mess!
Oh my god, Night Watch is here.
Self up! Courtois doesn't get down! Oh, it's a mess!
Get screwed up, Night Watch.
That almost feels deserved after the first goal. I was about to say,
Night
whatever the
Watch.
heck I can do.
Bro, Night Watch always, over the course of the years, has always liked my inconsistent gameplay tweets. Always, bro.
From El Tornado and La Croqueta in FIFA 19.
Keep his composure. Can he find a chance? Havertz again. 2, 3. It's magic from Marcuso.
Drop back and play possession in FIFA 20. To fullbacks playing center back in FIFA 21. Every game has a meta to abuse. Playing during a promotion, during weekend league, or late at night all come with varying speeds of gameplay. Playing at certain times of the day or week can mean you need to play with a different playstyle because of the number of people on the game at one time. Overpowered defensive AI allows for auto blocks from defenders that you aren't even controlling, and also promotes lazy, yet effective defending.
Oh yeah, I remember this is when I used to see clips like this. Oh my god, these clips used to make me absolutely lose it. This was like, this right here was actual pure rage when I used to make those rant videos back in the day for 2019. This was like pure, like, you guys think I ranted really badly for 19. I was like, it was like pure anger for that game, bro. I remember always talking about this specifically, where it's like, you're controlling the attacker, and the guy used manual goalkeeping, and his AI still saves them. Look at this.
Even controlling, and also promotes lazy.
This movement from the goalkeeper, and then the poor Stokes, he was free on goal for 4-0.
Yet effective defending.
Bro, the goalie was doing this, and his defender still saved him, even if you predicted the right. And he greened it. I'm pretty sure he greened it too.
AI allows for auto blocks from defenders that you aren't even controlling, and also promotes lazy, yet effective defending.
Virgil van Dijk just pretty much.
I love people that like defended this during that time period, because they want your eye. They want your eye to be there, but then they want they want you to be cross-eyed to score your opportunity, bro.
Earlier than Rajic.
They want you to be an octopus.
$7,000.
Competitive FIFA is based off of 1v1 or 2v2 matches, but there are 22 in-game players. This means at any given time, you're only controlling a small fraction of your team. A pro club style competition logically makes more sense, but this is still very much in the early stages and has several potential flaws to it as well. Gameplay is consistently inconsistent. You could repeat one action 5 times over and get a different result every time. Not ideal for an esport game. Animation glitches still run rampant. Whether it be the ball going through your player's foot or your goalkeeper's hand. Not ideal for an esport game. Animation glitches still run rampant. Whether it be the ball going through your player's foot or your goalkeeper's hand.
Eusebio steps up down the middle and somehow. How is he not saying?
Direct free kicks inside the penalty box. Or your players deciding that gravity doesn't apply to them today.
What the hell was that? This is sent from PlayStation. This is real.
No one game of FIFA has the same animations.
There's no way.
Entire gameplay overhauls less than a month in. Hidden patch.
Bro, what happened to... Does Buck Army still do content, guys? Bro, I'll never forget, like, he had a Fortnite clip that, like, really trended. It was the most, like, hilarious thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god.
Updates.
Once again, made on this to change the patch notes. Seems like lengthy players are now fully mudded and explosive are meta. Oh yeah, the dribbling change. Yes, the dribbling change. This one. I was referring to the pace situation in the game, right? Where in this year, in my opinion, I liked where it was at. I think the main thing that they had to adjust to pace was from build-up play, the pace needed to be better, right? But from like running through on goal and stuff was like more cringe, right? But because like the only way that you could do that was with lengthy, so it was like that balance that they created, and then they did the dribbling change, quote unquote, and it made players so much faster. I remember this.
Animations that only slow the game down. Camera angles that don't quite make sense. Green timed finesse shots.
Takes it early and finds the top corner. Oh, it's 4.
Horrendous, unexplainable CPU errors.
He goes across and Hullet does not lock on.
Constant pressure and overload ball side from teams that are never short on stamina. New no loss glitches found in nearly every game.
There is a no loss
pause glitch in every mode on FIFA. On both consoles, I believe, people are using it like crazy.
And it's all built on a Frostbite game engine that has faced nothing but backlash from gamers and experienced developers alike. FIFA franchise gameplay embodies everything that an esport shouldn't be.
No way. It seems literally invisible.
Glitches are abundant, consistency is unheard of, and credit cards might buy you a few extra wins. And if the gameplay inconsistencies weren't bad enough, you often have to fight the servers as well.
Maybe there's attack potential here as Rashford picks up the ball. Looks like they might have a little pause in the game here.
Premier League final. It looks like they have a little pause here in the gameplay.
But let's talk about how good Venny has been so far for Southampton, Dan. He has been absolutely superb. I mean, he couldn't have played a better...
That's why I always tell you guys, we live in La La Land. We live in a world where people pretend like the game's not trash, man.
Game, maybe put in one of those chances away.
This is ridiculous.
By the way, I can't blame him, because at the end of the day, he's getting paid to do that commentary. I can only imagine how hard it is for him to be in that position and to act like, oh, they have a little pause here.
If you guys, feel a certain way about the video today, are you kidding me? The servers are down right now? All right, hold up, dude.
If I didn't have the filter mode on for the Net Duma...
Oh, yeah, dude, the Net Duma. Fuck, no one needs to do things on this.
I matched up with European servers over here, African servers, South American servers, right? It's actually...
And it's hashtag who are trying to find their way towards goal, but unfortunately, there's a technical error in that game.
There's a few major issues that have been prevalent with EA's FIFA servers over the years.
What is that? So basically, like, when I used to do tests for inconsistent gameplay back in the day, I used to think, like you guys, oh, it's a server issue. Found out really quickly that it's obviously not, right? Because it literally affects the way your players feel in the offline game as well, or the games as well. I'll never forget testing it in FIFA 16 or 17 or whatever, whichever year Dani Alves was still at Barcelona. And basically, I bought that router because it shows you which servers you're connecting to. And honestly, if you were to buy that OS, that operating system nowadays from like specific routers that they sell, you would still be able to do that, right? But it makes no difference on your actual gameplay because you can connect to the closest server possible and your gameplay will still be awful, right? But I used that to see which servers I was connecting to. So back in the day, and I remember this to this day, right? In this video,
hashtag we're trying
African server.
So in this video, I'm obviously from Toronto, right? So I would be located over here. I found that in North America, there was 2 specific servers that you were connecting to. And I think it's changed. I don't think it's the same anymore, right? But basically, it was a server here and it was a server down here, right? It was here and here. So I specifically, with this geo filter, would do it specifically to do this server over here to see if it would fix my gameplay situation, and it didn't. But what I found was that when I was using this router, it was actually connecting me to South African servers. And I was like, wow. And the game would sometimes, not all the time, because most of the times it would be correct in telling you that it was like 320 ping or whatever the
And it's hashtag who are trying to find their way towards goal, but unfortunately, there's a technical error in that game.
Look at them all freak out. Like, what's going on? Mate, what's going on,
There's
mate?
a few major issues that have been prevalent with EA's FIFA servers over the years. Well, let's start with server overload. By now, most Ultimate Team players know to stay away from gameplay anytime a new promotion is released. These are generally peak hours for casual and hardcore players alike to be on the game at the same time. During these periods, input lag and server disconnects seem to be much more common in gameplay, and fighting it can seem pointless at times.
What do you mean you're gonna check the match report? What is that?
And although disconnect losses seem to be less common now than they once were,
GG's, 5-0.
They could often cost pro players valuable wins during periods where they were trying to qualify for events.
Oh yeah, I remember this too.
Look at the screen.
Even at LAN events, it is not uncommon for server disconnects to occur. A player could be on the attack and lose all momentum because somehow the game disconnects from the servers at an in-person event.
We see that pass given away. It looks like we might have a little bit of a technical issue here. You see some confusion on the eyes of the players and the faces of the players.
Chris was so cheesed, bro.
Server upgrades.
You guys have to understand, like, so they're pro players, right? But they have to like do their best to not talk about the game, you know, like
tend to be #1 on the list of demands of many FIFA players. While EA has made some upgrades and added servers in certain locations, the issues only seem to continue. During event qualifiers, some players will even be forced to play opponents in different continents. This usually results in one or even both of those players having a massive disadvantage as their connection between each other is extremely poor. Ultimately, it's difficult to have a successful esport or game in general if you can't rely on the servers it's played on.
Too sure what's just happened there with the game, whether it's just flowed down there for both players.
Do they continue?
Exactly what we're...
I swear, guys, if they don't fix the servers, I'm gonna break everything in my studio.
But there's still one more thing that makes this game the disaster that it is. The accountability of the company behind it.
How bad the servers are and how unbelievable it is, but it's only getting worse. And it feels like it's a freaking social experiment all over again, because every time that we complain about something on this damn game, it just appears to get worse. I don't know how.
Bro, the pro players, they're literally so flabbergasted that it's happening. They're like,
He now knows.
So that's where Mark spotted straight away.
Now he's seen it. He's pointing. Headphones coming out. Demon's seen it as well. Hand up 3 times.
The thing is as well, sorry to interrupt Rachel, is that Mark is also trying to still do his job of taking a penalty shootout when knowing that that's there.
Steps up from the spot and he's saved again!
And you can see the controllers on screen. So clearly Mark is upset, waves his hand to say, hey, can you correct this? And apparently once you actually notify admins they're supposed to, they didn't. So this is a $150,000 call that it costs one player, not the other. And it just sucks because it taints both sides, even taints the victory for Manu.
Making mistakes is one thing, and no one company...
Also, winning on penalty shootouts like it's real life football is cringe as fuck for a competitive game. It should literally just be an extra half, and then whoever wins the half wins the fucking game. Like, going to penalties is cringe as fuck for that.
Is perfect.
For a video game, no.
Mistakes
like, just, copying that for real life football
is just... happen. But if instead of learning from those mistakes...
I'm gonna win 150 off of like actual randomness in a video game? No, like you could, that's real life, that's how they do it. It makes sense, these guys were exhausted, whatever, but just do another half. Like
you continue to
or
make
golden
them
goal, like no golden golden goal is a little bit of a stretch, because if someone scores a kickoff then it's cooked, you know, but golden goal is a stretch. I would say a full half at least.
Real accountability for them, there lies a deeper problem. In order to keep their main account clean and for players to keep up with all of the errors, they even had to make an entirely separate communications account. And even this account goes silent at times. If something goes wrong, they can always promise that it will be better next year, because at the end of the day, they still have the football game market cornered and the esport along with it. Despite all of its flaws, FIFA is still by far and away the most advanced football game on the market, all things considered. As long as their profits continue.
What did Nick say to this? By the way, this is like the time period I muted absolutely everything.
The most advanced football game on the market.
They are either lying or unaware that multiple times throughout the year that community moderators have limited or banned certain discussions like dynamic difficulty, questioning momentum servers. Every day, this is just more tyrannical.
All things considered, as long as their profits...
I forgot that they made a specific message for Kurt.
...continue to grow.
While the pack weight gets lighter, it's a sad sight. 3.2 million. I never seen these tweets. Like I said, everything is muted. The pattern is quite clear. 3.2 million, 5.7 million, 7.5 million.
And they aren't properly held accountable. They have no real reason to change their ways or overhaul the predatory system they have built.
I spent 1,356,000 FIFA points, 8,000 whole pounds, bro. That's like... Bro, that's like, I think it's a 0.5 conversion for Canadian, bro. That's like $12,000 Canadian. What? I packed 2 Team of the Years, Hernandez and Courtois. I'll never forget that one year I packed Sergio Ramos Team of the Year when content creators that spend $50,000 on the game didn't pack a single. That's 14.4k, bro. Canadian, it's 14.4. Is what's the currency conversion? Isn't it 0.5? Is it higher now? Is it points, bro? Pounds to Canadian. Oh my god, it's so much higher nowadays. Brother, is the Canadian dollar like losing value like that? Like that's kind of crazy. Bro, because back in the day it was a 0.5. 0.7, 0.7 what? 0.78? Holy, bro. Yo, we're cooked in Canada, man. We're cooked, bro. Do you know how big that is? Oh, guys, it used to be 0.1. I swear, when I used to like look at stuff back in the day, it used to literally, I need to check 5 years ago. Yeah, bro, 2022 was 0.5, guys. Brother, I gotta move to the, I gotta like get paid in like pounds, bro. Good video, Ty. Good to see you again, man. I haven't seen you in, what are we, 25 now? Yeah, so I haven't seen you in like 6 years, I think, or 7 years maybe. That's crazy, seeing some old faces. But hey, it's a good video. He did a great job. I'll leave a link to the video down below. All the good stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.